I am Barbara Curry, MD. I'm a physician in the ED at Billings Clinic, and I have been here for 35 years in June.
Paul Engstrom. I am a family physician at Broadwater Hospital.
I grew up in Maryland in the 50s and 60s, and at the time there were not a lot of options, career options for women. So my mother said, be a nurse or a teacher because you'll always have a job. So I went to nursing school, and after I got there, had the opportunity to interface with a lot of medical students during my clinical time, encouraged by professors to consider going to medical school. But at that time, women didn't go to medical school. There were hardly any women in medicine. But over time, the seed had been planted, and so I actually decided to apply my fourth year. And I actually ended up applying 3 times. I think I would never have been accepted, except the Virginia legislature. I was at the University of Virginia at the time. Virginia legislature made a ruling that medical schools had to take 20% women. And we had in Virginia 3 medical schools. Each had about 100 students, and that meant 20 women per class. They needed 60 women. And so that third time that I applied, I got in.
My mom was a 5th grade school teacher, loved her job, really tried to emulate Miss Frizzle if anybody's ever seen the Magic School Bus. My dad was a farmer. I'm the first doctor in my family, but I really liked what both my parents loved about their careers. My mom liked teaching kids and kind of taking hard, complicated subjects and breaking them down in a way that people could understand. And my dad was constantly problem solving on the farm. And so combining that problem solving, that fixing, that physical aspect with teaching is really kind of what medicine matched for me. And it was a really good choice. I love my job.
I wanted to practice rural medicine where I got to do a little bit of everything. Take care of kids, deliver babies, maybe some minor surgeries, just everything. I wanted to hold on to all the skills that I'd learned. I practiced emergency medicine for 4 years, and because I already was boarded, I could sit for the emergency medicine boards. And so I did that, and I was able to become emergency medicine boarded. I loved it. I was able to use everything that I had ever learned.
Being in a rural community of Townsend, I love the continuity. I love the variety of practice. I love being able to see somebody in the emergency department, see them in clinic, and then run into it, Bob's grocery store. I've been really blessed to be here, and again, it feels like home.
There was an ad that came in the mail. One of the flyers that comes with the newspaper, the last best place, Montana. And so we came and checked out this job here at Billings Clinic. It just seemed like a great opportunity. We ended up coming here and have been here ever since, and it's been a great.
I wrote this as part of my personal statement for applying to medical school. I am often asked why I did not take over my family's farm like so many of my peers did. Why go to so many years of school just to become a rural doctor with a workload that even farmers would scoff at? Why come home at all? As a rural doctor, you are entrusted with providing care, not only to individual families, but to an entire community. The position holds a lot of responsibility, but I'm confident that no one would be able to handle it quite like myself. My ideal medical career is to personally see to the health of my community throughout my entire career. Having the opportunity to take care of a young family's children, helping them as they grow, being there to aid in the peaceful passing of the elderly they hold dear and the grief that follows, while ultimately tending to another generation. In my mind, this is the greatest career I could ever achieve. No other career is worth fighting for this much. No other career produces the emotional feedback and sense of accomplishment needed to face and solve difficult problems for 30+ years of employment. No other career provides the opportunity to return and give back to the rural state of Montana that has blessed my family and myself so much. When I return home, I want to be a doctor, and now I'm home. So it was really neat to see, 10 years ago, what I wanted to do with my life and my career, that I've had the opportunity and been blessed enough to be able to follow it through.
We've just had so many initiatives and so many advances in the way we practice that it's just a totally different world. We have the best stories. Nobody comes to see us because their day is going well. And we see just the whole gamut of possible things that can happen to people, and just watching how people react, how they process the things that happen. You know, sometimes they don't process them well, but often it's so inspiring, the burdens that they carry and the way that they are able to bear those burdens with grace and courage. I find that very rewarding. I do. I love the stories. It's very worthwhile, and I love it.